Welcome everyone to the Microsector. I am Sean Ghostmuller, and joining me in the lockdown box is my one and only hostess with the mostest, Claude aka Sandman. Hello.
Mr. Two-Time, how are you?
I'm very well. You well? You enjoying
I
this?
am well, evening to our listeners, yourself, I am well. Lockdown conditions, week number 4. But we're surviving, mate, it's all good.
That's the main thing. And we're going to introduce two very special guests this evening. We're very lucky we've rolled out the A-listers. So we have all the way from Kilsyth in Melbourne, it is the one and only Andrew aka Boofa.
How you going, guys?
Hey, Boofa, hello, mate.
And
A-list is a bit special.
and wow, we've had to go through a lot of people, a lot of agents to get this guy on. But as you can hear, the fan club is ready. It is a big welcome to Diego, aka Maradona. Hello, sir.
Thanks, boys. Thanks. What an introduction.
Mr. Popularity, good to have you on, mate. Look forward to our chat.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Good to have you in my left ear.
So the fan club has already joined, so we will get to the fan club because I've got a couple of questions about that. But what a big episode we have this evening. We've got a lot to get through, so we will cover off a fantastic round 5 from the beautiful Brands Hatch. We will also just go through some points as well. We have a special reveal for season 2 as well, which is very exciting. We will have our big discussion, which is why GT Sport cannot get a penalty system right, and can GT7 get it right. Then we will have our top 5, which is top 5 embarrassing movies or guilty pleasure movies, which should be very interesting. Hopefully it stays above board. I'm a little worried. And, of course, we will announce the winner of our fantastic photo comp, which we had a lot of entries. We did narrow it down to a top 3, so we will. It will be a live vote as well, so please stick around for that. So I guess sort of...
Awesome.
Yeah, so I guess sort of we'll probably just hop straight into Season 5 review. We've got a couple of drivers that did drive in it, or 3 drivers actually, so probably start off with... hang on. So a big welcome to all our viewers. Hello, Shiza, Debrief, Dadson, Womble, Brainache, Boofa. He's already... wow, he's multitasking. What a guy. The second king, Berry of Brands Hatch. He's not the only king. Don't get that wrong. Clinty Gogo, Gavin. Prusky wants him to say his name live. You will make him famous. Hello, Adam. G'day to Lucky. G'day to Alan. So round 5 was at Brands Hatch, Group A and B. What an interesting round that was. I suppose we'll start with you, Buff. How'd you find round 5?
Yeah, interesting. A couple of incidents that went on screen that just touched the dirt. Cars coming together. That's all racing, pretty much, at Brands. You get a little bit wrong and it goes sideways. But other than that, yeah, learning the wheel was very interesting at Brands Hatch. One of the hardest things I've ever done on this game, I think.
So you've just recently switched to the wheel, have you?
Yeah, the first race was on Sunday.
Mr. Moneybags.
Right.
Yeah,
And,
got an attack.
Obviously, you would have found it difficult being the first time, but overall experience?
I enjoyed it.
Worth every
I'm
penny?
going to enjoy it now. Yeah, it is. I'll enjoy it now. The boys have helped me out with a couple of setting issues on here that I've had with turning.
Yep.
So I expect okay things from Monza, but
Yeah.
I'm already actually at the track now in a lobby. So
Right on.
What time's you doing?
150s at the moment.
That's
Only
all right.
150s. None of this 145 crap that's going around the Discord.
So
And
as you
how
can
was
see,
your race, Diego? Probably not your happiest night, I wouldn't have thought.
Oh, yeah, that's racing, mate.
It happens to all of us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know. There was a gap. I went for it. Yeah, that's the end of that one.
And once you were back there, what was the brain saying?
Well, it was all right because I pulled in behind everyone, and that was all right. And then V8 sort of pulled off the side, and Speedy slammed right up the arse of him.
Right.
And so I got past those two, and then sort of had a bit of a tussle there with I think it might have even a couple of the back guys there, and sort of stayed there for a bit, and then yeah, as Boofa said, one wheel off grass and game over.
game over. It's a tough old game, particularly at Brands. It doesn't take a lot to fall behind the pack, and clawing them back's not an easy thing to do.
No, I did that, which was good. So I just kept the head down and put the times in. And
you did it easily. Yep.
Oh, no, I didn't do it easily. I clawed sort of back to 9th or 10th, and then had a bit of fun again with Speedy and Scotty. And
there's a lot of fun to be had in all areas of the pack. Now, Sean, I've come up with a new one for us.
Oh,
and Diego sort of brings it to light. From now on, we will have lap 1 losers.
Lap 1 losers?
A race, lap 1 losers, and in the A race, Diego, unfortunately, was one of those.
V8 lost out pretty big as well.
Yeah, so I had written down there who the other one was, and it was probably...
But that's standard for V8. I mean, if there was a practice championship, he'd win it hands down. But unfortunately, as soon as it gets to race time, it all turns to... While Claude's over that, as you can see, guys, I've got the points tables. Unfortunately, I've got the teens points there. Our hard-working points man will be hard at it to make sure that's all up by the time for our next race. So the points are very intriguing, actually. I'm sort of seeing there. So we've got Scooter McGavin and Mountain Goat who are right on the bubble of getting into Group A, which is going to be, especially with the next race, how that plays out. Now, I do believe V8 won't be racing, so that means Scooter McGavin will be up there in Group A, and boy, oh boy, 2 Team Nitro cars. Datsun is going to have a coronary.
We had one race before at Bathurst. That was pretty good.
That was. That was one of the races
2-3
of the season.
finish.
Yep. Over in BMW land, it's White Hips and Womble who are right on the bubble to get back into Group A. And they've got Jimmy Superfly there who made a great debut there as well with a great win there last Sunday. And of course, we can't go any further without talking about the GT race, which for me was the race of the season. What a fantastic race of strategy and just really good, clean racing as well. And Barry got the win, back-to-back Brands winner. Welcome to the club. It's a very exclusive club, my friend. And
we're talking about GTB here, are we?
We are talking about GTB.
Yep. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up.
That's all right. Made the two-stop work, which I think most of us were pretty much shaking our head. Did you manage to catch the race there, boys? You watch it?
Yeah, I did catch it. I caught half of it because I was watching the replay of mine just to see what happened. But no, what I saw was pretty good. It's good racing, good clean racing actually from both BMW and from the GT that on last Sunday. So
yeah, I think
that was a good race.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Good call.
As always.
The good doctor's just plopped in with some housekeeping. So Pruski will be heading to BMW A for Monza in the place of Filthy, as he'll be away real racing on the B weekend. Oh, wow. Oof. White Hips at Monza.
Real racing?
No, Pruski's real racing.
Pruski, gotcha. Yeah. Yes. Okay, interesting. Yeah, awesome. Stay out of my way, Pruski. Stay out of my way. I obviously had my run in a BMW last week.
How'd you go?
Qualifying was pretty ordinary. Started 12th on the grid. But then obviously hoped and prayed that a few would find trouble ahead, and they did. So able to skip myself up into 6th and get away from the dreaded bubble zone for now. But
will that be best driver of the season?
Yeah, it's sort of most of the races have followed a similar pattern. Ordinary qualifying and then working my way through into the midfield, getting myself into 4th and 5th, but then something coming back to bite me in the bum. And Shansky actually has pulled, I've been off camera, but he's pulled two of the best moves on me in 2 races now, late in the race, pretty much last lap, to get past me. It's a shame he won't be around next season, but he's racing really, really well, and we've been having some pretty good battles the last couple of races there. But yeah, I'm happy with the weekend result after qualifying. I thought I'd do better in qualifying than that, but you take it as it comes.
Tell you what, though, I reckon Shansky will be back for PS5 with those new triggers announced. I
saw that somewhere. Yeah,
he'll be hard to beat. So I mean, and thoughts on Brands Hatch General's a track there to our guests? We all know my views on it.
Yeah, it's a good track. I love the track, don't get me wrong, but the grass just... I don't believe it's that slippery in real life, to be honest. I think they've stuffed the physics on that one for the grass because it's like ice. You touch it, you're gone.
Yeah.
No matter where you touch it, you're gone.
I think it's one of those tough tracks, apart from the grass, it's one of those tough tracks where passing's not easy and it's constantly sucking you into thinking that you've got an opportunity. Only to realise, oh shit, the corner's here already and you're having to back off and that's happening the whole race, and it's rare that you actually get a clean pass made. It's always going to be a bit messy. Doesn't matter where it is on track.
I think there's like one or two braking marks that are actually like a straight bit of road. Every other corner where you're braking is always on a corner apex. Or on a corner.
It's just one of those tracks. It's hard, but I thought most of the guys handled it really well, and I haven't seen the entirety of the GTB race, but it sounds like I'm going to have to go back and have a look at that because it sounds like I've missed a good one.
I think Mountain Goat went for a visit in the scenery as well at some stage.
Yeah, he made a mistake there at Graham Hill Bend, which is a weird spot to make a mistake. It's sort of, you normally see mistakes at either Hawthorn, Westfields, or Sheen especially. But yeah, when I saw him off, I was like, how did he... And the fact he ended up pretty much all the way the other side of the track, I was like, how did he get there? So apparently, he touched his rear wheel on the brakes on entry and it just spat him out. So see, the GTR is vulnerable.
It is. It's still an awesome car though, and I was watching VLX Brocky coming through what would have been probably the last corner prior to the straight, and it's a good car. But it's got to be in the hands of the right driver too.
Exactly.
Not all the GTRs finished up the front of the pack, did they, Troy? So it's a you've got to,
wow, nice little drive by there.
You've got to get it home, So it's it's a great car, but the work still needs to be done. The other one I wanted to bring up, and I'm not sure if if there's been any development, but did we find out what old mate Morgan Davies was thinking about?
Mr. Brent could probably, he's in chat, he could probably enlighten us, but not too sure what was going on there. Clearly reading the fuel gauge at Switchblade is an option. Because
they've just
caught up in the moment.
They've skimped on the light, or
remembering the Discord, he was saying he's just caught up in the racing and didn't realise that he'd run out.
Well,
he went past the pit lane, looked down, and went, "Oh crap!"
Going back to
Easy
our
to do.
first lap. What did I say it was called? Lap 1 losers. We had in the BMW B Series NASCAR again.
Oh,
he's having one of those seasons, NASCAR. He's had probably 2 seasons like that where just doesn't matter what he does, trouble's going to find him. And it's just, it's rather frustrating, and I can understand his frustration too. He's coping well, all things considered, but when it's race after race after race, you just go, geez, when's he going to get a break? But NASCAR, unfortunately, turn 1 between 1 and 2, found trouble. Filthy also found a bit of trouble, also a first lap loser, lap 1 loser.
Yep.
And I believe we also had a fairly nasty bit of contact between Dadson and Janwell, who just makes the race so tough when you have that happen so early in the piece. It's an uphill battle from there, and all of those guys, I think, failed to really be prominent in the finish. They all finished probably from 8th backwards or
G'day, Jimbo. Well, that leads us into sort of the next round at Monza. So if we thought that turn 2 was a pinch point, Brands Hatch, turn 1 at Monza is the pinch point.
Yeah.
They make it through there. The next chicane's a killer too.
Yeah, the Retifilia and Rogier are both absolutely brutal. We've seen it, I think, nearly every season, Claude. We've seen a moment there.
I don't think we've seen a clean one yet. We may have, there may have been 1 or 2 clean starts, but historically our races at Monza are a dirty old start. Let's see how we go this time. Be interesting to see what happens.
Dadson says turn 1, close my eyes.
Probably the best way to go, mate. Really, just close your eyes, hope for the best, and try to get try and keep 4 tyres on the black stuff that first lap, Even if it means losing one or two spots, it's best to just.
I think that poor qualifying might help you.
Is it a it might. What's Is it a favourite track of yours there, Diego? Or
Yeah, I do love the track.
yep.
Of course, you got to love the track there. Nice flowing corners. You hit those S's. I don't know. You just got to get them spot on.
And in your
not-
racing experience there, are you fairly competitive?
Well, I think I had a crack there in the Mustangs back in the day in the Community Series.
Back in the day, jeez.
and picked up a good result?
I think I might have run out of fuel. I think, to tell you the truth.
Right.
No, I was terrible at tuning.
Right.
So I was kind of excited when you guys said that we're going
Eliminating the tuning side of
eliminating.
things.
Yeah, so it's not something I ever did really in the GT side of things as much. So, but,
And how about yourself, Boofa? You comfortable at Monza?
Yes and no. Still getting the chicanes right with the wheel. But other than that, I can do 50s. Probably
Okay.
push more. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the long practice. 3 weeks to practice is always a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. Clint, we're not going there. I'm not answering that question. Smart
What was
ass.
the question?
What happened last season at Monza, Sean? Yeah, we're not discussing that. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. Monza for me, I think the best thing about it is just the history of the joint.
Yeah.
Like Rettifilio, Rogier, the two Lesmos, the Scari, the Parabolica, the Tifosi. It's just
They're
full
all
of
classic corners, aren't they?
just full of history. Knuckles says it's a test round for Lucky's log. Yeah, I think it actually might be. I think not so much in GT, but I think the BMW race has the potential to be an absolute rip snorter. With all of them in the same cars, especially if you get a group of 4 or 5 with the big long straights as well. Slipstreaming will be very important as well, and just judging those braking markers as well and getting that right, I think we could see some real action.
Should be good. Just a shout out again. We did it last week. Want to do it again this week because I was looking at the points table. Hijacker second in the championship.
He keeps
in
going.
The top grade.
He keeps
Sitting
going.
above some pretty good names there. One hell of a season so far. Let's hope he can sort of hold it all together and apply enough pressure to a bit of a runaway leader at the moment, DB. Those counter-punch guys, god damn them. So yeah, shout out to Hijacker on that one, and the other one we had written down here was we didn't really get into the points, but just how close it is at the top of BMWA. I think we're looking at what we're looking at there.
2 point
like a
gap.
2 point lead.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all on Karen's shoulders now. I think he showed signs of nerves towards the end of the race last week.
Definitely want to give a shout out with those points as well to our Janwell in third position. Really solid season from Janwell.
Consistent.
Very consistent. Bad Doc in the top 5 as well, so a really great job there. And Shansky there in the top few there on the old DS4. Oh, he's got
Driving as well as I've seen Shane's.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. It's almost like the retirement has lifted a weight off his shoulders. He can just send it. Very well done.
Anybody in the field you've identified as your main rival at the moment, boys? Diego, anybody who you sort of look at and go, that's the guy I got to beat today?
Yeah, not really. It's sort of roll up to the track and see who you're quick with, and
See whoever it is on any given day.
yeah, Red Bull was Nux, and sort of I think Brands was sort of going to be the Auto Pro GTRs there. They were going to be a bit of fun, but yeah, that's sort of how I play
No
it.
one in particular. Yep. And
Yeah,
yourself,
if I
Boofa?
can-
Pretty much the same. Like I've been racing against debrief for a while, and flat stick when I first started at the communities back in the Porsche. So yeah,
Well, that's an easy win for you.
he beat me last week.
Did he?
Yeah, I finished last. Oh no, I finished 12th because Debrief ran out of fuel on
He's
the
an
last lap.
enigma chase. You never know what he's going to produce.
Well, he actually did put a photo up of his daughter on the rig, so we're starting to question whether it was actually him driving.
That's right. That's right.
Clint, yes, and Clint does make a good point. The Moth is ahead of Excalibur in the championship as well. We're just going to make sure we tick that one off.
Absolutely.
Well done, the Moth.
So that, I reckon, leads us up into... So we've got just a little thing, a little special thing here. So as you know, guys, season 2 is not far away. So I'm just going to play something, and then we'll have a quick discussion afterwards. There we go. So, season 2. We are going one make racing with the beautiful Ferrari 458 GT3. That is a terrible accent, but I know where I was going. So, Forza Ferrari, exactly right, good doc. Basically, the old saying goes, if you don't love Ferrari, you're not a petrol head. Simple. Yeah, it's going to be I'm really excited about this. Just seeing everyone in the same car in the GT field. So seeing how they all go. We fully locked BOP as well. So basically, all your driver excuses go out the window.
I'm sure there'll be something.
Oh, someone will have something. Yeah.
That's okay.
I know Troy's not going to be happy. It's an MR.
I'm wondering whether that was the world's worst kept secret, but I don't know how many people were aware that we were heading to Ferrari. One make, Bob, but for those that are hearing the news for the first time, hopefully you're excited by the prospect of racing on even ground for a change, as Sean was saying.
Yep.
Which should make for some great racing.
And also, we can't forget the BMW guys. They will be sticking with the BMW for season 2. We've received pretty positive feedback on the BMW, so looking forward to that as well. So just reading some of the reactions here. Brainac says, that was mad, guys. Thanks, Brainac. What a guy. G'day to VLX. Hope you're well. Knuckles says Ferrari. Meh. Classic Knuckles.
Yeah. He's already got a season on us.
Yeah.
Clinty Gogo says hacks, all about the hacks. Yeah, so very exciting stuff coming up. I can reveal that we ticked off the track list yesterday. So that's all signed off. So we have our 6-round championship. So that's all signed off. I can reveal 2 tracks that won't be there. The full Nürburgring. I tried again, guys, but I got outvoted again. And there will be no Barcelona. There you go. So,
you beauty.
So 2 tracks that definitely will not be there. So, but thoughts, gentlemen?
Yeah, looking forward to it.
It's going to be good.
Makes no difference to me. I'll be in a BMW. So, but no. From a viewing point of view, like we were saying before the stream started, great to finally see all of these really fast guys on a level playing field. It'd be interesting to see what surprises that throws up. It should be an interesting championship.
Definitely looking forward to it. We do have a special event as well, but I'm not going to reveal too much. I'll reveal one part. Here we go. We'll reveal one part. Why not? Tsukuba. That's all I'm saying.
Nope.
But other than that, I hope
like
everyone's
100 laps, surely.
It'd
big go-karts or something.
Oh, the good doctor's
Do a
like,
6
oh,
hour.
come on, Ghost. Or if I get some reaction in chat, I'll tell you a little bit more. How's about that? There you go. Yeah, so if people want to write in chat, well, I'll release a little bit more, drip feed it like PS5's been doing for the last 3 weeks. Not that I'm angry about that. Womble says talk. Wow, what a guy.
Have we? Has there been any official confirmation of GT7 being an actual game dropped on the release of PS5?
No.
Nothing 100% yet.
I was watching
This
a video
talk
on
of controller and stuff sort of alludes to it a bit more, I suppose, but it's not really saying it's going to be.
They dropped
there
another
for date.
teaser on the Instagram the other day.
Okay.
It did have Trail Mountain, and it did have GT7 going on it, but that was only, again, a teaser with the release games.
Okay. Well, it's looking. You'd say at this stage you'd be thinking 80% chance of it being there, which is good odds.
Yeah, Mr. Brent fired in.
What have we got, Mr. Brent?
Words the 15th of November for GT7.
Paper leaks from GameStop. Oh, there you go. He's got a bit of inside info.
What is that the same date as the release of the PS5?
Well, it would have to be.
Believe-
You can't release the
believe it
game
is.
before the PS5.
Well, no, but not later though. I'm thinking is it coming out on release?
Here, have a game.
Console.
I'm not going to give you a console, but have a game.
Hey mate, you can shove in your old GT Sport and have a nice little play of that. No, that's interesting. The 15th. It's not that long a wait, really.
No, it's not. But they'll sell out like hotcakes. So
No, I read it on a forum somewhere, and I'm hoping it's BS. That 20,000 units coming in and something pre-order of 165 are being made. So hopefully none of that's true.
So it'll be on a
Otherwise,
share
we'll
system.
probably-
It'll be on a share system. So basically, you get to play for a week, and then
you
I
got
get
to
to play.
mail it out to the next bloke, like an Elgato I know about.
All right, so the guys are pretty excited. So I'll release one of the special event details. So we are 14 guys are going to jump in the E30 M3, and they're going to go around Tsukuba for an hour.
Yes.
So we try to invoke a bit of that old school Soda Wars feel to it. The good doctor I know was super excited to be a part of this. So he's already got liveries going, and he's like a kid in a candy store. So yeah, definitely excited for that. That's the liveries. I think will look really good as well. So we'll release more details as they come to fruition. But think team liveries 80s. That's all you got to think about. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Sounds interesting.
Definitely. On the next episode of the Microsector, I'll release details of the second special event, and this one has got me super excited. I'm pumped. But I think we should dive into the cupboard of
Question
chat.
in hand. Yeah.
I'm getting better at those.
I was just sitting at the desk yesterday and thinking, well, it's good to have conversation related to the game. After all, that's what brings us all together. And there's probably no more debatable topic than the penalty system within the game, which after sort of 3 years of it being released and played to death, pretty much never got it right, did they? If anything, it's probably at its worst version that it's ever been at. And it just makes your brain sort of start to think about why, what, and when and where's of how it all happens and what it might mean sort of for GT7 sport side of things, the online side of things. Boys, we'll maybe start with our special guest, if they have sort of any idea as to why they feel it's so difficult for them to get this right. Boofa.
I stay away from dailies and FIA because of the sheer fact that it's complete wrong.
Yep.
I've heard when they first brought the game out, the penalty system was a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now I hope they get it right. It's completely wrong. You see the guys hit you and then drive just off the road, and you get a penalty. It does your head in, and it keeps people away from the dailies and the FIAs and all that. And I think not that long ago we had all the top tier boys refuse to race.
Right.
About 6 months or so ago because of the penalty system.
in many ways, it's probably brought about the success of leagues like S1, for example, which is just a way of circumventing the issues with penalty systems that exist within the game, and we haven't perfected it by any means, because we've still got a fairly debatable sort of stewarding process in place that we're always sort of refining. But Diego, yourself, any ideas as to the reasons why it is, or how it could possibly be fixed?
Oh, no, not really. I think it's pretty scary algorithms they have to put in place to sort of make all this stuff up, which I think they're doing sometimes, is just making it up. But yeah, I've been playing online good 7 years now, and is back in the day it was not too bad. Like, you could actually race, you could touch, you could stick it up the inside, and now you can't even touch the bloke, which is kind of good. I feel it gives you a confidence to know that you're not going to get taken out.
Yeah.
But then you still get old mate who cracks the shits and takes you out.
Yeah.
Who was it? I think it was poor old Mountain Goat. He did a daily race, and his DR went from, like, I think he was up with me about 40,000 or something like that, down to 13, and to a D driver.
That was
all in one race.
CB Chris did the same thing. He went from
Brainac just put in poor Goat got reset doing one daily race at Bathurst.
Wow. Well, there you go. I did a daily at Bathurst. I put on second, and that was like an AS group. So I feel like the group you're in is really crucial to have a good race. And yeah, pulled a win, fastest lap, clean race. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
I guess the biggest thing is, though, how can they have, this is something that's bugged me for a long time, how can they have the FIA as their marketing, like the FIA, which is the global body of motorsport, and have a penalty system that is so deeply flawed that it's not even funny? Like, it just makes no sense.
The first question I'd ask you, Sean, is, because you've played more of these games than me, and now dabbing into this new Assetto Corsa game, are there games out there that have got this part of the racing right, or are they all fairly flawed?
I think Assetto Corsa Competizione, I love saying that word, I think they've got it right in a way that, because of the damage system on Assetto Corsa, you just know you can't make a silly move, because you're going to damage your car, and that means you've got to trundle around to the pits, you've got to sit in the pits. If
the damage is enough, does it sort of put you out of the race?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and also with their corner, like, the other thing with the corner cut penalties on Assetto Corsa Competizione, you cut a corner, your lap's nullified. Invalidated. GT Sport at certain tracks, Red Bull Ring, you cut a corner and you can just break into the second corner and it just burns your penalty, no problem anyway. So it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you cut the corner, but we're just going to give you a small telling off. More, I'm disappointed you did it, but it's okay.
It's okay when you get to the next corner.
Clint, the official big events have live steering. That's true, Clint. 100% agree there. But we've also seen some very controversial moments with the live stewarding as well. So Diswood's 100% correct as well. Track limits at LaSalle. Like, come on. Everyone runs ride out of Teta Rouge. Everyone. Like, even the real racers do it, but you do it on Gran Turismo Sport. Here, have a 2-second penalty.
There you go.
Like, it's just so inconsistent. There's no consistency, and I think that's my biggest problem. And that's why I just stopped doing dailies. Oh, and the other thing with FIA events I hate as well, this 40 times tyre wear and 15 times fuel burn, and you must use this tyre and this tyre. Like, come on, I just want a bloody race. Like, it's very complicated for races that aren't that long.
You just wonder how much sort of development will go into that side of the game come GT7, and you'd hope that it'd be substantial. I just, the more thought I put into it, it becomes this wormhole of thought as to the amount of work that it would take to create a system that was precise to the point where, let's call it the AI, the game, can interpret intention You know, that's the hard part.
Yeah,
you know,
agree with that.
the game code can say if car A hits car B from behind, 2-second penalty applies. But turns out car A slammed on the brakes, 100 metres earlier than the usual braking point for that to happen. And, okay, so then we need to go in to look at distances from braking points. And you'd end up with a program almost as big as the game to try to judge the game and make sure that, it's played within sort of the... But what you're saying there about car damage intrigues me. I'm one of the guys in admin that's always dabbled with the idea of having car damage on as a deterrent to excessively aggressive driving. Something we've never really gone into and might never go into, but it's interesting that Assetto Corsa does have that.
Well, the other thing Assetto Corsa has, which I think is a great thing, is they have their safety rating, but you have to get it up to a certain level to race in certain lobbies online. Which I think's a great thing, because I've found playing in public lobbies and that, the higher you go in the SA ratings, the much better the driving standards are.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which I think's a really good system, and it's something... Brucey's made a good point. I don't play iRacing, but he says, surprisingly, in some ways, it's aligning a penalty system similar to bad traits of iRacing, was I like to call it I've got your credit card number racing. You boys played iRacing much, or...?
Don't have a PC.
No,
Same here.
Yep. Hijacker, so when are we changing to ACC?
Don't get me wrong. I've played on a couple of good sims and played iRacing and Assetto Corsa competition, and it's bloody awesome, to tell you the truth.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just it's the little things I think GT Sport misses.
Well, it's that fine balance of what we hate talking about the whole simcade and all that sort of thing. Making a game that's still fairly easy to drive, so that you can, a larger base can enjoy the racing and the fun of it. And then I suppose there's, because a lot of the guys in our league have been around for a while, I can well see why the enjoyment in a game like Assetto Corsa is there. It's it's taking it to that next level of seriousness, and but yeah, I'm just really keen to see and hopeful to see some sort of development and improvement in the new version of the game in that aspect, and see what they managed to pull out of the hat.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I love GT Sport for that fact that it is accessible to everyone. You don't have to have a wheel to be good at it. So it's great. But I think the issue is, we've had it with our races, and at one track penalties work fine, then the next track they're absolutely all over the place, and we're in admin, we're sitting here trying to, basically like that meme with that bloke from The Hangover with all the numbers going. That's what we're like in admin, trying to work out what we're doing.
What we're going to do.
So it's Prusky, listen to this. He should be a poet. The overall package and the simplicity of racing
salesman.
and beautifulness of replays make GT Sport hard to beat as an overall package. Penalty system and all. This guy.
Yeah, and that is the strength of GT.
Oh,
it's aesthetic.
100%. Yeah, aesthetically it's beautiful.
Yeah. You can only imagine that that's going to be taken to a new level in fake 4K. So it's going to be interesting. But November 15th is the date, so let's move on. There's our discussion point of the day.
Yeah, so we might open it up to the viewers if they want to just see if they want to. Got anything? So I've got a couple of things I'd like to read out here. Diswood could spend the next 24 hours ranting on the penalty system and how much of a joke it is. Scooter says, flashback to Scotty Pye clipping the curb at E-Series practice, rolling off the road and raging. That was funny, Scooter, but nothing beats Neil Crompton raging. That's the best thing ever. G'day, Morgan. Hope you're well. Alan Rourke says, Prusky, that's as smooth as a Mormon's haircut. So, while we're here, actually, we've got him in the room. The fan club, Mr. Diego. Where did that all...
Yes.
Where did that all come from? How did that all just, brew?
A bit of family love in there.
Yeah.
We've got a bit of viewers back from the drifting days as well. So a bit of friends that kick it in there and have a bit of a laugh. I don't know. It gives them something to do. We're pretty simple down here in Tassie sometimes. So,
and I've noticed that you actually have fan club members from like overseas, like America. We've had someone from Washington say, "Oh yeah, I'm watching."
Washington, on the England there as well, on the Isle of Dogs. There's a nice little spot on the Thames there.
Yep.
It's funny, in it, Diego, you've been nicknamed Diego, obviously, and so over a course of time, I'm imaging or imagining you as being, 4.5 feet tall, curly haired, low centre of gravity, really good soccer player for some reason. And then I think I saw some shots today in Discord and gone, well, that just shattered that image.
No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me in Discord.
Oh, wasn't it? Hold on. But still, you just sort of start creating images based on stupid nicknames Sean comes up with, and start to think they might look a bit like that. But
Michael McCelibate, name dropper. Do you have a fan club, Boofa?
Nah. No, I don't need one. I'm happy just playing around on my rig and having fun.
Oh, look at this. The good doctors just flow. Not feeling it in your current team. Blacklight Motorsport is scouting for GT drivers for our Ferrari program. Apply within. Wow. Just threw it straight out there. Streetle Juice says the height is about right, Claude. Whoa. Love it.
Unfortunately, with a team like Nitro and the Bacchus Beer, sending that all the way down to Tassie for me, like, you can't really go wrong with a team like that. So,
Green Beacon done the same for Red Mist.
Oh, listen to this. Here we go.
We got a slab sent down from Queensland.
And we're now starting the Microsector sponsor plug 5 minutes. But
so season 2 wheeling and dealing for drivers has started already.
Yeah, it has.
Early start. Well, that's
I
something to
am
look forward to again.
Officially announcing I'll be back. I'm back.
Driving again?
Driving again. The 2 times going to dust off the helmet and get into it. Yeah, Doctor. Can't say too much yet. Don't want to give people
finalised.
Yeah, to be finalised, but we'll see. Jimmy says we've already spoken, Sean. Well, I told you my terms, Jimmy. You know my terms. Look at this. Look at these guys. Give them half a chance. Give them half a chance to sponsor plug and look at them go. Prusky says 2-time, like no more times. How many championships do you won, Prusky? No, he's been going at me all day. As soon as he put that post up about Berry being the new king of brands, he's just triggered me off.
Queen's fired him with a good one, mate. Missed 2-time returns.
Yes, yep. Nice, I like it. So, yeah, very exciting stuff. I'm really looking forward to next season. So, ticked off a few items today, so big shout out to Filthy as well. He's really busted a gut today, so well done, buddy. Hope you're well. He's probably relaxing, having a cheeky froth dog, probably watching the rugby. So yeah, cool. Well,
Yeah,
almost
look at
Nope.
just sorry, yeah, no, I was just
No,
going
go
to say,
ahead.
and all likely to be the very last Gran Turismo Sport Championship. So after this one, you get to retire the disc or the digital copy and pop it up on a shelf somewhere, and always remember in 5, 6, 7, 10 years' time, if it's still up there, the silly things we got up to in Sector 1 during the life of that game. So it's been an enjoyable ride for the last 3 years playing old Gran Turismo Sport.
Shiza, more comebacks than Johnny Farnham.
It is a bit like that.
It is, yeah, it is. But yeah, it's sort of, look, I'm definitely still 100% committed to the stream and commentary and that, but just for the last season, I'd like to get out there and have just a real crack at, a top 5 in a championship or something. So, yeah, and then once GT7 rolls around and the PS5 rolls around, I'll be back into the full beans commentator mode. And let's see what GT7 gives us from a streaming
to
point of
work
view
with.
as well. Yeah,
Exciting.
that's very. Come back to the Kim Kardashian story. Get stuffed, Lucas. See, this is the stuff I have to deal with, guys. It's hard being in the box all the time, you know. Just. But anyway, we move on very quickly because otherwise this could go down a rabbit hole we don't want to go down.
Yes.
But love all you guys. So, top fives.
Yeah.
So, top fives. Very exciting. Sean's new nickname, Boomerang. You know what, Brett? I'll give you that one. That's a good one. Very much so. So, top fives. So, we decided to go off the sports theme for a bit. We will come back because I've got one or two I really want to tick off on the sports side of things that I think would be really good, but we decided to go down a different path. And this is actually was the good doctor's suggestion, and he come up with top 5 embarrassing or guilty pleasure movies. So basically this is a list that movies that you like, but you sort of don't like to tell people that you like them, or movies that you just sit there and they make you feel all, gooey.
Gooey inside.
Yeah, gooey and mushy. So it's definitely something different. Big breaking news, actually. Claude's actually done some homework for this. So, yep. Yep.
I've got 5 movies on the list.
Yep, there you
I don't know
go.
about gooey, mushy, but there's 5 movies on the list.
Hijack has gone in early. The Notebook will make an appearance, 100%. Wow.
Let's just say that should be banned. Any man that puts the Notebook on that list. Quickly change it, Boofa, change it.
All right, so we might give the new ball to Boofa.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
The Notebook.
Yeah, definitely not. No, actually, my number 5 is probably the Romeo and Juliet, the Leonardo DiCaprio version.
Oh, yep. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, number
Had it for Claire
4.
Dane.
What's that, sorry?
Had it for Claire Dane.
Well, Leonardo, we don't judge.
Of course, we shouldn't discount that.
Yeah.
Number 4 is it's a Hilary Duff movie. It's Raise Your Voice.
No, never heard of it.
Yep, can't say rid of that one.
I've got a
Writing it
daughter.
down, though?
She loves it. It's a singing one.
Won't write it
Yeah,
down.
the singing. Stick It. It's a
Yep.
gymnastics type one.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I know. I think I know that one, yeah.
Starts off with a girl on the bike. Well, actually, David Mera on a bike.
Oh, yeah, yep.
And then probably Notting Hill for number 2.
Oh, my man.
You, Grant?
And number 1, I hate to say it, but I do sit down and the missus loves it, and I'll sit down and watch Princess's Diaries with her, and I won't complain.
Wow.
It's a bit of a mix, but yeah, that's why they're pretty much, you keep them to yourselves.
Princess's Diaries. I didn't see that one coming. Wow.
Princess's Bride.
Oh, Bride, Diaries. Yeah,
Missus loves it.
All
I
right.
won't complain. I'll sit there and watch it.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, Diswood just fires in. Surprise Buffer didn't say Brokeback Mountain number 1. Wow.
I'll have words to him on the chat later.
Yeah. Diego,
Ooh.
you're up, mate.
Yeah, right. Tough list to follow there, Boofa. Thank you. All right, I'm nearly 40, so we're going to hit back a few years now. Number 5 for me, Basic Instinct.
Oh,
Hey.
Sharon Stone,
Sharon
Michael Douglas.
Stone.
That's
Yeah,
probably my guilty pleasure on the side of the list, I'd say.
Fast forward, rewind the cross the leg little scene there a few times in your younger days.
The cassette tape, sorry, the VHS tape for those people playing at home.
Wore through.
Did have the wear mark in there. Geez, CDs and DVDs are good, aren't they? Moving straight along, Dirty Dancing, number 5.
Oh,
You not beat that?
Patrick.
I spent a lot of years with my grandma's house when I was younger, and that VHS was in the cupboard there, so that was very memorable for me. A bit of Patrick Swayze in there. So we'll move along to number 3. It's sort of more of the actor himself. He's got so many great movies, but these are sort of my guilty pleasure ones again. Mrs. Doubtfire
Rob Williams.
slash Good Morning Vietnam. Like those two movies are up there in all of the Robin Williams series of films.
Good flicks.
Sort of cross nowhere near that sort of style of movies to number 2, and we're going to go Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I eliminated it from the top 5. It was in for a while. Yeah,
it was. Mine stayed number 2 there. It did push a couple out, so but like he goes off to heaps of other movies as well that sort of was in my guilty pleasure list there. Old Muscles from Brussels.
Second
number 1.
greatest 80s movie star.
Who's number 1?
Chuck Norris, mate, hands down.
Steven Seagal.
No, Steve. Now there's another top 5 list in itself.
It is, yeah.
Seagal.
Yeah, number 1. Happy Gilmore.
Oh,
Hey?
Love that movie.
Classic. Yep.
Gives me a bit of a teary. Yeah.
Isn't it funny with
sit
Happy
there and watch it over and over again.
Isn't it funny with Happy Gilmore and I've forgotten it now.
Waterboy.
Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore,
Big Daddy.
and Bulletproof. My 3 favourite Adam Sandler movies, and The Longest Yard.
Can't go wrong with that one.
But yeah, he's
And
made
of
some
course-
shockers though, hasn't he?
And of course, Drew
I
Barrymore.
like some of his
Yeah.
dramatic stuff. Like Click,
Okay.
was that? Well, it was still comedy. It was Click, wasn't it?
Yeah, the cable guy. Yeah.
Yeah, the Christopher Walken where he was travelling through time and shit like that. But anyway,
With
that's
the
not
remote
my list.
control. That's the one.
That's
Yep.
the one. My top 5. So yeah, I didn't quite get the gist of what the movies were meant to be, but I've got a list of 5 movies, as I've said, so that's good. What I thought I'd put in there is movies that guys may not have heard of, but might be interested in watching. So one's an Argentinian flick, which is all in Spanish, subtitled, released in 2000. It's called Nine Queens. If anybody wants to watch an absolute ripping movie and doesn't mind reading some subtitling, Nine Queens, Argentinian, spoken in Spanish. And when I heard we had Diego on, I thought.
Are you really looking at the subtitles though when you're watching these movies?
I'm not.
Or?
I'm not because I speak Spanish. My family comes from Chile, so I get to enjoy it in all its beauty. But I've got mates that I've shown the movie to, and in chat I think a few guys. Jimmy's seen it, Nine Queens. A couple of con artists, and it's a ride we're taking. Big Trouble in Little China. That's one back from my day. I don't know if anybody
great
remembers
movie.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Fantastic movie.
Inspired characters in some of the arcade games. I think it was Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Inspired the creators of Mortal Kombat to create some of the characters in that game. And that's a bit of a trippy movie, that one, but yeah, good one. Another, which you've all probably seen, but I just had to put in here, another of these subtitled flicks. This one's Brazilian, City of God, Cidade de Deus. I don't know if you've seen that, based on the slum life in Brazil and all the gangster shit that goes on down there, and that was just fantastic. I did cry to $1 Million Baby, so there's my bloody movie, the one that sort of didn't want to watch again, definitely not in the company of others. And what was the last one we had? Or is that my 5? 1, 2,
No, you need
3,
one more.
4, one more. Well, I had one there that was oddly enough a flop at the box office, but a massively popular film, and it's just one of those films where I thought, well, if it's top 5, you've got to have one of your favourite films. Fight Club. One of those movies that sort of, you didn't pick it until it was too late, and you just like those sort of movies. If you did pick it early, good on you, because it wasn't an easy one to sort of catch on to, that one. But the bit I found interesting was just that it was a flop at the box office. For a movie as good as that, and with the star pulling power that was in it, you would have thought it would have been an instant success, but it wasn't. So
Few
there you go,
movies
they're my
like
top
that.
5. Yeah.
Shawshank Redemption was sort of slow at the box office,
Yes,
and then but one of the greatest
Another one of
movies ever made.
Now it's in
Definitely.
everybody's
Watch
top
over and over.
5, exactly.
Yep.
I think we all avoided tonight putting Shawshank Redemption.
Yep.
Yeah, it's in
Oh, it was on my
every man's top
list.
5, that one. Yep.
It was on my list.
But you just know everybody's going to have it, and it's one you sort of give a miss. Sean, all right, here we go. Let's
Visual,
roll. I'm
of
sure
course.
we've got graphics,
Yeah.
visuals. Let's do it.
So number 5 for me is Father of the Bride. I'm a massive Steve Martin fan. I think he's fantastic. Planes, Trains and Automobiles is one of my favourite movies of all time. And this one's just a funny... Father of the Bride's just a funny movie, so it's just a great movie. Number 4 is Save the Last Dance.
Almost made mine.
Yeah, Julia Stiles. Great movie also.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's just a good movie about... It is a bit of a romantic movie, but it's also a little bit about gang culture as well. Number 3, Notting Hill. What can I say? Hugh Grant, Julia Roberts.
Yep.
Just, yep. Number 2, probably the second best Christmas movie of all time, Love Actually. Just a brilliant British movie, situational sort of comedy, with intertwining storylines as well, which is really cool. And Keira Knightley's in it, and Alan Rickman. Hey, who doesn't love Alan Rickman? But number 1, it's always been my number 1 guilty pleasure movie. It is Grease. I love Grease. I did the play at school. I played Kaniki at school. I love to hand jive, baby. Yeah, it's just a good feel good movie. I don't care what anyone says. John Travolta at his absolute prime. Of course, this is the time he brought out Saturday Night Fever as well. The man can move. Yeah, sort of they're my 5. Actually,
Where's the visuals? Am I missing something? Oh, yes, I am missing something.
visuals. Always got
Sorry,
visuals.
I've got the visuals.
But yeah, no, definitely was actually a tough list, and sort of there's a few that definitely missed out. I was going to go down the path of guilty pleasure action movies, but that might be another list because I've got some absolute beauties in that, and 3 of them are Chuck Norris movies because I'm a Chuck fan. But yeah, so they
Have to. Maybe we might even be able to do another movie one at some stage and be a bit more specific because there was very broad. A lot of good movies missed out there. Sports movies. Don't mind that one.
Like a Heart for Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Well, I'll have a look at that. Save the Last Dance.
Here we
at
go.
some point.
Good Doctor says Love Actually was actually the first of the Grenade cast 10 or more movies that are popular now. Yeah, actually, what about 4 Weddings and a Funeral? Was that?
Once Were Warriors almost made my list.
Yeah, great movie, fantastic movie.
Nearly made it.
Yeah,
Was considered.
Someone said Green Mile as well, Jenna.
Yeah, that's a
the
great.
other night for the 10th time again.
Yeah,
Yep.
another good movie.
It's getting run on Fox.
Alex says Mean Girls. Wow. That's
what else did I have on
Excalibur
there?
says Harry Potter. I've never seen a Harry Potter film. My partner
Me either.
loves Harry Potter, absolutely loves Harry Potter, but yeah, like me, I haven't seen any of the Lord of the Rings.
Not a single minute of Harry Potter have I watched.
Never seen a single Lord of the Rings film either.
Oh, well, that you should do because I've seen all of those.
You got to watch them all at once, but
Yeah, got to do
But yeah, it's just not my thing.
Is that like some sort of torture buffer, or?
Lord of the Rings ain't that bad if you're up for a marathon.
Yeah.
Probably one of the longest marathons you'll do. That and Harry Potter.
All you boys would have watched Half Baked at some stage in your lives, I would have thought.
Definitely.
Sort of the introduction to the great Dave Chappelle. That's got an interesting story behind it.
By the by, also
I've seen Initial D.
the new trailer for James Bond drops later tonight. Just letting you know, by the way. Big James Bond fan. What else have we got here? Excella says, dude, F Notting Hill off and get magical. No. We could do top 5 kid films, for especially those with kids. Oh, wow. Where do I start?
I might struggle with.
So Rush, great movie, Rush, definitely. We could go on for hours about movies.
We could.
So, we've come to the time of the evening where it's time to vote. It's time to place your trust in the system. And we rely on you to pick a winner in our fantastic photo comp. So the prize is a signed Stephen Richards and Craig Lowndes 2018 poster, beautifully donated by the one and only Filther. So really great job there. He did have a CP hat in the photo. I did ask if that was part of the prize, and he was actually didn't want to get rid of it. So maybe there's still a bit of love there at CP land from Old Filthy. So basically, I asked the guys in our public Discord to post a photo. There were some rules around the photo as well. Had to be a race car. Yes, a couple of guys clearly can't read rules.
I got in there at the last minute.
So had to be a race car. Had to have the original Gran Turismo livery on it. We did allow after photo editing as well. Got some really great nominations as well. A couple from our awesome community as well. I didn't have space on my little thing to actually put the photo up, which is, I really do apologise for that. But blame Elgato, send him a photo, send him an email. Where is it? So the Crazy One and also Grisco put in 2 photos, which are fantastic as well. So a big shout out to those 2 guys. We do love seeing our community get involved. Clinty Gogo definitely put up the funniest photo, no doubt about it. Great photo. If you're not in our Discord, go check it out. It's basically a photo of Morgan Davey pushing his Lexus. So very, very funny. But we did narrow it down to a top 3, which was very difficult. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you all 3 photos, and then basically I want you all to vote with either 1, 2, or a 3. So first photo is from Knuckles of the beautiful Ferrari 250 GTO. Also did it in that sort of classic, sort of retro style as well, with a bit of film grain. So we definitely like that.
Heavy on the grain, yep.
Heavy on the grain. Number 2 is Shaneski. That is the beautiful Aston Martin.
Some vignetting in the corners there as well, yeah.
Aston Martin in front of Mount Fuji. So that is a beautiful photo there as well. Really well done. And photo number 3 is from the Cyborg of 3 gorgeous Group C cars around the Nürburgring. Done in that sort of mid to late evening. With a beautiful Porsche up in front where it should be. And of course that is a Sauber C9 in the background. So, ladies and gentlemen, get voting. Okay, so we've got a couple of 3s. I'll roll them through.
Oh, yeah, I was just scrolling back.
2s. 1. Ooh, it's very close. Another 2, another 3, another 2. Oh, you pricks are making it difficult. I don't know how I'm going to judge. I'm going to have to count here.
Quint votes for himself.
2. Oh, here we go. We're starting to get a clear winner here. Womble goes 4. Of course he does, because that's what Womble does. We've got 3. It's very close. We'll give it another minute for everyone to vote. I'm just going to do a quick count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Work.
1 for 1.
I do have to say, it takes a bit of time to put a photo together like one of these. It's not probably my strong point, but yeah, the amount of time you could spend on making this photo. It's it can end up a couple of hours, 4 hours before you know it.
Alan says it's harder to pick than a broken nose. Filthy said Filthy's photo was good. Of course he does. He's going to give away his own prize to himself. He'd probably do a video. And the winner is me. 2 and 3. Well, another 30 seconds, but I think we do have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy One says the community series wins. Waiting. All right, there we go. All right, it's over. The winner is the king of DS4 himself, the one and only Shaneski. Yep, beautiful photo there. Ticked them all up, and he did win. So magnificent photo there. All 3 photos will go into the livery reel that you see playing as well. I'll make sure I put all them in as well, so they'll all three will be in that as well. Also, for an extra bonus prize there for Shaneski, he will be on the YouTube banner for a week. I'll give him a week on the YouTube banner as well. So big well done to Shaneski. And Filthy, I'm pretty sure will be in touch with you for, I don't know, yeah, he might just be in touch with you. There you go. Yeah, I've really thought this out, haven't I, idiot? Yeah. So big congratulations does go to everyone that did enter. Thank you very much for all your entries. Very much appreciated. There was some absolute ripping. Look, all of them are very good. So mine wasn't bad. I was pretty happy with mine. But of course, I can't win because, well, everyone will cry out conspiracy.
Plus, just because you can't win. So.
But yeah, some really great photos. Big well done again to Shaneski. Congratulations to all our top three. I will get on to putting them on the livery wheel and changing the YouTube banner probably next week, because as of tomorrow I am having a Sector 1 break until Monday. So yep, I'm having a vacation. Yep. Just thought
best luck with ACC.
Yep. Oh yeah, got a race coming up. I might actually, just quickly touch on that, super quick. So next on Sunday morning at, I think 5 a.m. I've got to get up at 6 a.m. Myself, DB, Gazballs, and Brocky will be competing in an ACC race around Bathurst. So definitely looking forward to that. I've been doing a bit of testing in the big bad Bentley. Think I've stumbled onto a good setup, but not 100% sure. I'm in a really tough group though. There's some real freaks in this group. So just hoping to have a clean run, have a bit of fun as well, and then move on.
Any chance you might be streaming it on your own channel, Sean?
6 a.m. stream.
Never know. I'm regularly on at that time in the morning.
I might see
It's
how
Father's Day.
it is Father's Day. I might see how I go. It's the only issue with it is because I race in a European server. Yeah, I just
You
I
don't
don't
want to
know.
slow things down.
I might actually just record it though and put together some sort of fancy package to say, look how I went. I didn't come last.
Maybe one of the other boys might stream it as well.
Yeah, so we'll see how we go.
DB does a bit of streaming, yeah.
Scooter says it's criminal that the Bentley never came to GT Sport. Don't get me started on that. Mr. Brent, if only sugar was as sweet as that Bentley. The Bentley's good, don't get me wrong, but it's not my Porsche. Definitely not. It's not my GT3R. I'm giving you the hot tip. I only went the Bentley because one, I wanted to try something different, and the Bentley, of course, won the 2020 Bathurst 12 Hour. So it's just, something a bit different. It is nice to drive, don't get me wrong. It just doesn't have the agility of the Porsche. So, yeah. Well, I think we've nearly come to a conclusion.
I think we have. Time flies.
Does. Good doctor. Oh, God, don't get him started about the Beetle. So, just a couple of things coming up. So, Sunday night, we're off for Father's Day. So, first of all, I want to give a big happy Father's Day to all the awesome dads out there, especially the guys in Melbourne as well. I know we're all doing a bit rough at the moment, but Father's Day is a great day, so just spend a lot of time with your kids, have a big smile on your face. Also Sunday, if you are a bit of a petrol head, the Nürburgring 6 hour is on for the GT World Challenge. So I've got a big day of sport ahead of me. I've got footy, got that.
Putting a link up?
I will put a link up in the Sports Bar Sector 1 Discord channel, of course.
Sweet.
So I'll make sure I have that across. Also, the Tour de France hits the mountains.
They already started, haven't they?
Yep. Shaneski, I know I'm late. Shaneski, you won. Well done. They hit the big mountain stages on, I believe, Saturday night. So they've got a semi-tough one tonight, but then two big ones, and then... Yeah, so...
Any Australians involved?
Yeah, Caleb Ewan, who's already won a stage. So he's done really well. And, of course, Richie Port. So be looking forward to seeing how Richie goes once we start getting the high stuff.
Another Tassie boy right there.
Yep, very much so. Yes, that's right, Mr. Brent. F1 at Monza's on as well. So if you want to watch a Mercedes 1-2 win by 35 seconds, be sure to tune in. And of course, yes, I was getting to that filthy. Supercars also are on at Townsville. So there is sport and motorsport absolutely everywhere at the moment. So basically, especially if you're in Melbourne, you got no excuse not to watch because, well, you can't really do anything else. Or you could go outside and fix cars, but who wants to do that? I'd rather sit on the couch and work on this ISO belly. So, yeah. Well, also another thing, guys, as well, I'll just quickly top this up. For those who are getting Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, it's out in a couple of hours. I will be looking into sort of the multiplayer side of things. So I'm looking to host some fun jam sessions on random nights as well, especially once sort of we get finished off with Season 2 as well, because we are going to have a bit of a break as well in between Christmas as well. So I definitely want keep the community involved there as well. So I'm a big Tony Hawk fan. We can all play horse. Yep.
Nose slide 360 into indie grab fakie out, or
oh wow! Oh, listen to this guy. No, I prefer the nollie 360 sail flip into crooked grind, then nose manual into a 540 Christ air.
I don't know if you boys ever seen Rodney Mullen, one of the best skateboarders out there for like freestyle sort of. I think it was a dark slide where it'd slide on the actual opposite side, upside down. But yeah, and doing this on PlayStation, and these guys are actually doing it out there in real life, and it's like, I can't do that. So PlayStation it is for me.
Jimmy says, "Me the Claude, don't worry." I love it.
Heard the snore.
There's a couple of golfers out there, Claude. Quincy Gogo's a golfer, and
well, I just sent Clint. I just asked you for your email address because I need to get his price from last weekend.
Oh yeah,
I've been a bit lazy, so. Clint, send us out. But if anybody's keen on getting their asses whooped in a round of golf, let me know. PGA 2K21 is out now and playable. Unfortunately, I'm on PC, Clint, and it's not cross-platform.
Jim Bob would like to know how's the COD going. When's the Complete Angler Bentley esports team being announced?
Look, I've been grinding hard, but I'm not playing as much as what people think. All right, so just lay off the
Ooh, slightly triggered there. Listen to Mr. Brent. Here we go. Don't know. I think I'm the only one with a tactical nuke in Sector 1.
Of course. If you sit in the corner hiding and pick off people the way you do, mate, of course you're going to get that.
Oh, wow.
I kid.
That wasn't a drive-by. That was a straight mic drop.
I kid.
What's it? You can that notification on... I don't know. All right. Cool. Anyway, so massive thank you goes to Boofa. So big thank you, Boofa. Hope you enjoyed yourself on the Microsector tonight.
Yes, thanks, boys.
It was good fun. Definitely good fun.
And also thank you. Hang on, but it's also a big thank you goes to Diego from Sunny Lawn System.
Thanks for joining us, mate.
You're all right, guys. Thank you. It's been awesome.
Hope it wasn't too boring.
No, that's all right. I started here drinking.
Yep, that's the way to do it.
I've got boys in the lobby. I've got Streetle in at the moment.
Wow.
Pruitt came in and done some laps.
So you can actually get out of this party chat and go play.
I've had a lobby open the whole time. I think Pruitt was sandbagging, but
no, he was in a lobby with me today, and I swear I saw a low 46.
Yeah, he's only done a 49.4 on mine.
Oh,
He's sandbagging.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I swear, it cracks me up when I see lap times in Discord, and I just laugh at myself because it means absolutely jack shit if you have an incident in turn one. All that just means
a lap one loser.
Lap one loser. So, also, big thank you to Claude. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, mate. No problem.
You get a gold star for doing your homework this week as well, so well done. But other than that, guys, as I said, we are off on Sunday for Father's Day. We'll be back Thursday for the Auto 1 Community Series. They round 6 for that, I think. Yeah, is that right? Oh, shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. So they'll be back. So looking forward to calling all the action there. That's going to be a lot of fun around Blue Moon, a bit of Moony. So definitely for that. And then next Sunday, it will be Group A, round 6 from the Temple of Speed at Monza. So that is going to be a lot of fun. But other than that,
looking forward to it.
Thank you to everyone. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I am Sean, aka Go, signing off for now, and you've been watching the Microsector.